summer of 1928, when Jawaharlal Nehru began writing letters to his young daughter Indira, who was in Missouri at that time. In the first letter, Book of Nature, he talks about how life began in the universe. In the following letters, he speaks to his daughter on a wide range of topics, including languages, trade, history, geography, science, ethics, and evolution. When Indira was about to turn 13 in 1930, Nehru started sending her more detailed letters. These letters contained his understanding of the world, which he wanted to further impart to his daughter. Even while he was in prison, he wanted to make sure his child is not devoid of her father's teachings. Over the next 4 years, Nehru continuously wrote to his daughter from prison, and his words are still inspiring. One of his letters talks about, "My dear Indira, on your birthday, you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. Good wishes you still have in full measure, but what present can I send you from this prison? My presents cannot be very material or solid. They can be of the mind and spirit, things that even the high walls of prison cannot stop. You know, sweetheart, how I dislike sermonizing and doling out good advice. I have always thought the best way to find out what is right and what is not right, what should be done and what shouldn't be done, is not by giving a sermon, but by talking and discussing. And out of discussion, sometimes a little bit of truth comes out. I have liked my talks with you, and we have discussed many things. But the world is wide, and beyond our world lie other wonderful and mysterious worlds. None of us need even be bored or imagine that we have learned everything worth learning and become very wise. But what am I to do then? A letter can hardly take place of a talk. At best, it is a one-sided affair. Imagine that I have made a suggestion for you to think over as if we really were having a talk. In history, we read of great periods in the life of nations of great men and women. Do you remember how fascinated you were when you first read the story of Joan of Arc, and how your ambition was to be something like her? Ordinary men and women are not usually heroic. They think of their bread and butter, of their children, of their household worries and the like. But a time comes when a whole people become interested in a great cause. Then history helps even simple, ordinary men and women to become heroes. Great leaders have something in them which inspires a whole people and makes them to do great things. In India, a great leader, full of love for all who suffer and eager to help them, has inspired our people to great actions and noble sacrifice. He has helped to make the starving, the poor, and the oppressed free and happy. Bapuji is in prison, but the magic of his message has stolen the hearts of India's millions. Men and women, even little children, come out of their little shells and become India's soldiers of freedom. In India, today we are making history, and you and I are fortunate to see this happening before our eyes and to take some part of ourselves in this great drama. What part shall we play in it? If we are to be India's soldiers, we have to respect India's honor, and that honor is a sacred trust. It is no easy matter to decide what is right and what is not. One little test I shall ask you to apply whenever you are in doubt. Never do anything in secret or anything that you would wish to hide. For the desire to hide anything means that you are afraid, and fear is a bad thing and unworthy of you. Be brave, and all the rest follows. You know that in our great freedom movement under Bapuji's leadership, there is no room for secrecy or hiding. We have nothing to hide. We are not afraid of what we do or what we say. We work in the sun and in the light. Even so, in our private lives, let us make friends with the sun and work in the light and do nothing secretly. And if you do so, my dear, you will grow up a child of the light, unafraid and serene and unruffled, whatever may happen. I have written a very long letter to you, and yet there is so much I would like to tell you. How can a letter contain it? Goodbye, little one, and may you grow up into a brave soldier in India's service. With all my love and good wishes, your loving father, Jawaharlal Nehru. In 1973, Indira Gandhi wrote, "These letters aroused a feeling of concern for people and interest in the world around. They taught me, one, to grade nature as a book. They taught to see the human beings from or what is happening in the world. And I spent observing or reading hours studying history and working with these people, knowing their problems and understanding their issues and worries." Indira Gandhi, she got so inspired with her father's letters, and with her own hard work and courage, she has become the first woman Prime Minister of India. Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India after India got independence, and with all the inspiration and courage, whatever his daughter has received, she has become the first woman Prime Minister of India.